Good morning, Ahiah. Good morning, those who are listening online. Welcome to Ahiah's meditation time. My name is Chris Glick. I'll be leading you in this healing meditation along with music. And just sit back wherever you are. Join us if you're around and you'd like to experience meditation. And we'll start. Cool. We'll start with just some quiet awareness of your breath. And I invite you to take a deep breath. Allow the energy to enter through all areas of your being. You're hearing the sounds of laughing voices. Just breathe that in. And just quietly breathe in. Notice your breath and just breathe out. And breathe a few more breaths, just breathing in all the sounds. Close your eyes, look inside, see the reflective light in that place inside as you go still deeper. Knowing that those light reflections are reflecting all of life as you breathe it in. Every aspect of your breath is there just for you to notice as it fills your being with healing energy, healing sound, healing light. Allow your nostrils to take in the fragrant aromas of life as you breathe it in. Allow yourself just to go deeper, deeper into this place inside. With your eyes closed, all you do is you see the reflections of this breath as you breathe in. Just take some more breaths. Allow that to fill that space inside. Feel it expand. Just notice that breath as it finds all the little nooks and crannies in your soul and your being. Knowing that this is one life, you're breathing in the elixir, the energy of this one life. You taste it, you smell it, you hear it, you see it, you feel it. And you know it just by being present, knowing the breath is the source and the beingness of life. As you begin to relax, just breathing, noticing your breath. is the life that you are. You may experience feelings that are like ecstasy. You may feel relaxed. And as you go deeper into this place, which is the reflection of life, as you perceive, you're just noticing your breath. The lights that you see, the reflections, the biophotons, with your eyes closed, looking inside. You may experience them as all the colors imaginable as they reflect that diversity of what life is as we are. And you have a knowingness now that you've been here before in this place of peace, joy, love. Now just take a moment, take your hand and place it near your heart as I'm doing. And just hold it there, close to your heart. And almost instantly you feel heat. Just feel that presence, that warmth, where your hand and your heart connect through an exchange of energy. Continue just breathing, holding your heart. And as you experience the warmth or the magnetic energy is active now, is the switch. I call it healing switch. Holding your hand there, you feel the presence of this warmth, which is the energy of life. Contains the healing vibrations. By the sounds you hear, vibrating peace, vibrating healing, even saying those words, peace, healing, you begin to feel the expansion of that heat area by your heart and your hand. Powerful, yet does not burn. This is the energy of spirit, the cosmic fire, activated as the connection is present. Perhaps you may experience some anxiety, some unease, some pain, perhaps. With your hand by your heart, know that you can actually move that cosmic fireball anywhere in your being. You can move it around your stomach, move it around your head, anywhere in your body, and virtually anywhere in spirit, mind. Just allow that to work. Allow the heat. If there may be tingling, these are evidences of the healing nature of spirit as you, powerful, continue breathing. Breathe slow, purposely, and just notice. The breath. And you hear some sounds. Just let spirit do its work, and perhaps being aware is the best thing to be. For in this aware, present state, you feel the transmission of something powerful. Just breathe deeply into that space. And now, as we prepare to begin the service, take a couple breaths and gently open your eyes. And as you look around and you see the light, you see smiles on people's faces. You hear laughter, you hear people. And just come back into the present space of the sanctuary as we prepare for our service. I have been Chris Glick, one of the practitioners leading the meditation. And now we begin our service momentarily. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris, for that lovely meditation. Good morning, welcome. My name is Frederick Southern. I'm one of the practitioners here at Ahiah Center for Spiritual Living. We perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people and all faiths and all sentient beings come from one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thoughts and experience, which we honor right here, today, right here, right now. We have what you call lighting the flames of faith. The first candle is honoring the Tao, the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. As we light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practice of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. The third candle is for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. The fourth candle, we light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the four noble truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for those who are yet unaware of spirit in their lives, and for the space we're holding for them right here at this center. As Lake lights the healing candle, please put someone silently into that light and the names of anyone you wish to have this experience of the healing flames of God's eternal love. Thank you, and namaste. Good morning once again to Ahiah Center for Spiritual Living. Thank you for that wonderful meditation. Lake Payne, thank you for lighting the candles of faith. My name is Frederick Southern. I'm one of the practitioners here. Thank you so much for being here today and online. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be right here with us this morning. So give yourselves a round of applause. To make this service run, and we have a special service today, it starts off with our band. Starting off with Brian on the drums, our musical director, Chris Glick, and on the bass, Leon Johnson. We also have our greeters in the back. We have Julian on the streaming services, and I guess Milton is not here today, so that's, we have Jackie on the Hugs team, so 1 out of 2 ain't bad. That's 50%. We're still winning. So we have this practice that we call Sawabona and Namaste. Sawabona is I see you. Namaste is I salute the God in you, you salute the God in me. So here's an opportunity to stand up and we can salute each other with a Sawabona or a Namaste. You can give a hug, take a hug, throw a high five, do an air hug. I was going to ask you to remain standing, please, so I can have the choir come up and we can sing our opening song. Thank you.
Most of you know this one. We simply say thank you. Thank you for all I am. Thank you for all you are. Thank you for all I hear. Thank you for all of it. Thank you for stars in the sky. Thank you for all your life. Thank you for I am grateful. Thank you for all your love. I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks.
You might be seated.
Okay. Good morning, Ahiah. I'm going to be doing a reading from Collective Writings, The Science of Mind, The Essential Ernest Holmes. I don't know, we might have this in the library, but it's a great book. And he who dares to turn to truth and truth alone and say, thy will be done, will open the door to paradise. He who denies the truth must live without the good that truth might bring from heaven to him. But truth itself will suffer no defeat. And like a tree upon the desert's edge, wind blown, sand scurred, and buffeted by age, can stand alone against the traverses of time and still hold life within itself. So is a man upheld by truth. His roots run deep and drink their fill from hidden springs. Yet few there will be who claim this heritage, discard traditions blithe, and choose to live. Free souls for one truth is better than 10,000 bowing to a garden calf within the wilderness of ignorance. So some lessons on prosperity and mental control of conditions are sometimes dangerous because of the misunderstanding of this subject. Science of mind is not a get-rich-quick scheme. We do not preach that you can get what you want. If we could get all that we want, it might be disastrous. For it is certain that most of us would want things that would interfere with the well-being of someone else. Consequently, the science of mind does not promise something for nothing. It does, however, tell us that if we comply with the law complies with us. So what do? You must have faith in something greater than your previous experiences. You must bind yourself back in faith to the God principle within you. If we come daily to the supreme source of all life, if we let the dead bury their dead, if we forget the impositions placed upon us by our own imaginations or the dictatorial attempts of life to replace the joy which belongs to everyone, we shall soon plunge into the heaven of our being where wholeness and peace abide forever. What we put into treatment will come out of it. More than we appear to put into it, it can come out of it, but not a different type. If we plant a watermelon seed, I will get watermelons, but I will get a number of melons, and they will have a lot of seeds, which can produce more melons. So the thought is multiplicity, but never division. And so that just ties into our service today as I ask you to bow your heads, close your eyes, and let us just go within to that place of all knowing that God is everywhere present. One mind, one love, one operation. And that operation works within each and every single last one of us. We are a part of this operation. And I know that through that operation, we will be prosperous, we will live an abundant life, we will have an abundant service. And I am just so grateful for this knowing that all is good because all is guided by one mind, one love, one God. And so I bless this service knowing that everything we need to hear today will be revealed, that we will take it all in, we will nurture it, and we will plant this seed so that it can grow and multiply, and that it will not divide us. It will not divide our consciousness. It will not divide our thoughts, for our thoughts will be plentiful, and our thoughts will be the mind of God. So I release my word to the law, knowing that all is good, knowing that everyone connected to this service, our volunteers, our practitioners, our ministers, our band, and you, this congregation, will be good because we are all here and we all know the law and the mind of God. Namaste.
Thank you. Wow. You know, when Lake was on the platform some time ago, she had that same book, and it was refreshing then as it's refreshing now. So it's a different one. Yeah, that was refreshing. Thank you for that. Well, once again, welcome to Ahiah Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome here in the sanctuary, and welcome online. I just saw some new people walk in, so thank you. Again, you could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with us today, so thank you for that. And online, please remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel or Facebook page so you'll be notified of any new videos that come up. Well, today is a special day. We're going to have fun today. And it's rare that both our ministers are out. They're away. But it's like mama and daddy left, but they set us up with a really cool babysitter. So her name is Reverend Dr. Maureen Hoyt. Is an ordained religious science minister and was awarded with a doctorate of religious science and a doctorate of divinity for exceptional services with the Center of Spiritual Living. She celebrated 32 years in ministry in May in 2025 and served as a practitioner for 36 years. Coordinated Creative Thought magazine, 8.5 years as an editor and proofreader. After her pulpit retirement in 2016, she went back to her roots in editing and proofreading. She also does personal coaching and counseling in a mentor capacity, and she teaches, the science of mind. Her class writing for pleasure and profit is a favorite class to teach. Her first book, an anecdotal and memoir, is currently at the publisher right now and will be out this year. And the working title is Off the Yellow Brick Road and Back Again. I introduced her first, so that will be the next voice you hear after Tina Meeks. I almost said Tina Meeks and the Meekettes, but this is...
We'll see you after church, Frederick.
But it's Tina Meeks and the choir. I have an unfair advantage because I'm here working the sound controls, and I get a chance to hear them rehearse, and you're going to be impressed. Tina Meeks and the choir.
Thank you, Sir Frederick. Isn't he doing a wonderful job? Thank you. Oh, bring it out. All right. If you see me falling down and I can't get up, well, won't you pray for me? Oh, if I'm hiding and I can't be found, oh, won't you pray for me? Sometimes the load is much too hard to bear, so I close my eyes and say a little prayer, reaching out because I know somebody's there. Oh, when I need a little help. Such a long way from where I started, and from where I wanna be. Oh, and so many loved ones have parted. Oh, but my roots are running deep. Sometimes the load is much too hard to bear, so I close my eyes and say a little prayer. Oh, reaching out because I know somebody's there. Oh, when I need a little help. Won't you pray for me? Oh, won't you pray for me? I need somebody. Won't you pray for me? Don't you know that I need somebody, some help from somebody? And if you see me, I'll know. Won't you pray for me? Oh, and if you hear me calling, won't you pray for 'cause I'm just trying to get my feet back on the ground. And I need someone to help me
to care.
That's why I'm calling.
Why I'm calling you.
I know somebody's always
Someone's always there.
Yes.
To keep me from falling. Won't
Won't you
you
pray for me?
Won't
I need
you?
somebody.
Won't
yes.
you pray for me? Won't you?
Won't you pray for me?
Won't you?
I need somebody.
Won't you pray for me?
I'm reaching out my hand to you.
Won't you?
Won't you meet me in the upper room?
Won't you pray for me? Pray
for me.
Pray.
Pray for me.
Pray.
Won't you pray for me?
Pray. Pray.
I need you. I love you.
Pray.
Thank you for your love.
Pray.
Pray for me. Oh, 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 oh. Pray. Pray for me.
Tina Meeks. Yay. You know, she follows me. I follow her. I got news for you. What a wonderful, wonderful experience today. Oh, thanks. I might need that water. Today I am here because, as Frederick said, Reverend Nicole and Reverend Michael are off doing prison things. And it's my pleasure to be here. I just want to say I want to thank them for inviting me to come today. And because it's been a long time since I've had the privilege of being here. It is a beautiful sanctuary. That tapestry over there is absolutely gorgeous. Somebody made that. Yes? Yes. Gabriel. Oh, Gabriel, bless his heart. He used to have all kinds of doodads behind me up here, didn't he? Yeah. The October theme is the art of thriving. And the talk title for today is Cultivating Inner Roots. Now, first let's talk a little bit about thriving. Thriving includes, but is not limited to, the power of belief and thought to overcome circumstances. Think about that. That sounds just like the science of mind, what we study when we come to class here. The courage to take the first step, and the ongoing nature of growth and progress through continuous effort and learning. Martin Luther King said, "You don't have to see the whole staircase. You just have to take the first step." Whoa, sometimes the first step is the most difficult step, right? When I came to the Signs of Mind in 1984, my first experience was with the Canoga Park Church of Religious Science under the auspices of Dr. Barnum. My then boss was attending, and he thought it might suit my spiritual quest, because even though I worked for him, we spent a good part of the day talking about things of a spiritual nature. He had just started studying transcendental meditation, and it had changed his life because he no longer had migraine headaches. So I decided to go ahead and visit the church on my own, just quietly sitting in the back like people maybe do who come for the first time. And Dr. Barnum said something that day that changed my life. He said, If you are new here today, you might not believe everything you hear, but you might hear something that you already believe. And this is what kept me coming back over and over again. I kept coming there because I'd finally, after my quest, found the mother lode. I mean, I'd looked everywhere for what it is that I wanted, and I almost became Jewish because of the food, I guess, more than anything else. My search was over. So the power of belief and thought to overcome circumstances and the courage to take the first step toward any new enterprise, whether a relationship, a health issue, career, or money inconsistencies, are the first moves toward a shift in consciousness. You know, everything that people come for counseling for is within those 4 categories: health, wealth, career, or relationships. The power of thought and belief are the obstacles to forward movement. And at the same time, these are also the passages to forward movement. Now, that's the good news and the bad news. We get to choose which way to go. We get to choose which way to employ as we move through our life experience. It's not an either-or proposition. It's a both-and proposition. You know, life isn't always about choosing the high road, is it? Oh, maybe I'm the only one who does that, but you might consider that maybe sometimes we have to make mistakes in order to find what it is we really want in life. We get to choose which way to go, and it's not, again, as I said, an either-or proposition. It's both and, because 2 things can be happening at the same time. There's a proverb that says, "Be not afraid of growing slowly. Be afraid only of standing still." And there's another Chinese proverb that says, "Fall down 7 times, get up 8." You know, we've all had adversity in our lives at one time or another. And this is the admonition, you know, fall down 7 times, get up 8. A 1-year-old child, when we're learning to walk, falls down an average of 3 times before he or she takes the first step and before mastery takes form. The first time the child tries to walk and falls down, she just doesn't sit there and say, "Well, I'm never doing that again." You know, they always get back up. Sometimes, well, my daughter was easy. My son, not so much. And when he started walking at a very early age, I thought, okay, my life as I knew it was over. Like learning to walk, cultivating inner roots takes practice. When we begin this spiritual journey, there's a tendency sometimes to hold back because we don't know what the future holds. It's akin to planting a vegetable garden or a flower garden. Along with the flowers and the vegetables, a few weeds sneak in unawares. And in order for those weeds not to multiply indiscriminately, we pull them out. We do the same thing with our errant thoughts. We say, well, that's not good for me to be thinking like that. But first we have to be aware that we have those errant thoughts. You know, we can't make different choices until we know the other choices we've made haven't served us properly. In the same way, we remove the words can't or won't from our vocabulary. I can't do this, or this won't work. Our monkey mind phrases that we have to systematically remove from our vocabulary so that positive, personal, precise, and present tense statements can take form. Now, those are the 4 guidelines to a definitive spiritual mind treatment: positive, personal, precise, and present tense. It's warm in here, isn't it? Yes. It's very warm up here. I got news for you. I can't do this because I am willing to give this a try. I am willing. It doesn't say I'm going to do it. It says I'm willing to give this a try. This won't work becomes, let's call it an experiment and move toward an outstanding result. Ernest Holmes said, work with your consciousness until it ceases to function on the level of the problem and begins to function on the level of an answer. It is mathematically certain that your problem will be solved if you do this. You may not find this the easiest thing in the world to do, but even though it may be difficult at times, you must never permit yourself to become discouraged. The reward is certain. I am here to tell you, I understand this quote better now than I ever have in my whole life. This showed up in my friend Reverend Jeff Radcliffe's Facebook page a couple of days ago. And the only highlighted phrase in my otherwise pristine first edition copy of this thing called You is this quote. Now, I didn't know that first editions had value when I highlighted this quote, but it doesn't make any difference. I learned on Antiques Roadshow. Even as messy as a book is, if it's a first edition, somebody still wants it. Anyway, consciousness is one of the jargon words, I think, that we often hear in this movement. Early on in my studies, I wondered, what exactly is consciousness? How do you define that? Well, consciousness also means awareness. But one of my teachers told me that consciousness is the sum total of everything I've ever believed about myself up to this point in time. So, you got baggage? Guess what? That's in your consciousness. But a shift in consciousness can sort of sublimate that baggage a little bit. It's not a matter of higher consciousness, as I've heard some ministers say, but it's a matter of expanded consciousness. That made more sense to me. If each of us stood in our own little circle of consciousness and we grew in the knowledge that God is all there is, every single time we revert to that answer in truth, for every thought error we've ever made, our consciousness expands to a new dimension. Edgar Cayce says the consciousness of one person can change the consciousness of an entire room. This can be for good and not so good sometimes. In my inner root, as my inner roots expand, my circle of consciousness expands. And pretty soon I'm standing next to Patricia's circle. And hers and mine overlap. And then maybe Frederick comes and stands next to us, and his overlaps with ours. And his consciousness may be more expanded than ours is, and we pick up that energy. And it goes on and on and on until an entire tribe of spiritually evolved conscious beings communicating about the one truth that God is all there is, none of us will ever compromise principle even for special occasions. So here we are. This is the tribe. This is the tribe of people. And while there are big spaces between the people here, once we go out to fellowship, pay attention to the circles around various people. Pay attention to the energy. You know, sometimes we say we don't like people. Well, I'm here to say I like everybody, but sometimes our consciousness and our energies don't mesh. Have you ever figured that out? You know, it's okay not to be in somebody else's presence. It's okay not to appreciate a person who is still struggling with their spiritual selves. And yet, We are here to be the helpers on so many different levels. Michael Latimore might not appreciate my saying this. Oh, there's consciousness is a sum total, okay. But I'm going to say it anyway. We will not impact the world by faithfully going to church. We will impact the world by being the church, faithfully being the church out in the world. You know, the old joke about if you were arrested for being a religious scientist, would there be enough evidence to convict you? So, the journey to discover our inner roots is an adventure. It's kind of like a free fall into the future, right? But we have to do it in the present moment. To stand up for those less fortunate, to see something amiss and say something, to extend ourselves to help others, to be courageous when all around us seems to be falling apart, and mostly to know that whatever befalls us is not the end. And to quote John Lennon, in the end it will be all right. If it's not all right, it's not the end. Yes, John Lennon, brilliant man. Eckhart Tolle said, no matter how long your journey appears to be, there is never more than this. One step, one breath, one moment. Now. Years ago, somebody gave me a clock that I had in my office when I was at Westlake. There were no numbers painted on it. There was only now, 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 all the way around the clock. There's a song in there somewhere. Each day in the church office, it reminded me to be present, to live in the now, to breathe in the moment. You know, even when we're watching that bad stuff on the news, we're in the present. But what are we putting into our mentalities? Some religions try to actually force their members to church by telling them their absence is a sin. I went through that my whole life growing up. I disagree. Some of the most spiritual people I know have never entered a church. Their church is the forest, the ocean, their meditation room, or their garden. The thing about this is religion needs spirituality, but spirituality doesn't need religion. Oh gosh, I think might get into trouble. Maybe the journey isn't so much about cultivating anything. Maybe it's about weeding out everything that isn't me, so the real me can emerge and be who I'm meant to be in the first place. You know, who am I? What is my reason for being here? What is my, sometimes I would think, well, what is my potential? I'd be on bended knee. God, what am I supposed to do? And God's answering, Maureen, tell me what you want to do. You know how that works? Right now, right here in this moment, everyone sitting in these pews is as spiritual as we're ever going to be. Our awareness of this spirituality is what we can expand and grow exponentially when we begin to know more God and know God more intimately than we have ever known anything or anyone else in our lives. There are no secrets in God. There is only truth with a capital T. The great orator Robert Schuller of the Crystal Cathedral said, "It takes but one positive thought when given a chance to survive and thrive to overpower an entire army of negative thoughts." Yes, this is cultivating inner roots at its highest and best. Learning to reframe the negative to a positive is an art form. Some of us are better at drawing than others. Some of us are better at creating art than others. And sometimes when my children, who were raised in the science of mind, bring my errant thinking to my attention, I pretend to be annoyed. But I am secretly proud that they might have been listening all this time. Am I the one person whose consciousness can change the consciousness of an entire room? And does it really only take one person? Years ago, when I first got initiated into transcendental meditation, their university used the entire student body to focus on reducing crime in Washington, D.C. for the summer months of July and August. You can read about it on Google. It was a known fact that the crime rate in Washington, D.C. was inordinately out of control during the summer months. And all of us who practiced TM were encouraged to see serenity and peace for Washington that summer. And lo and behold, crime went down so significantly, the chief of police took to the airwaves to inform the population that a summer miracle had occurred. It turns out it was an ordinary. It wasn't a miracle. And that the consciousness of all of these transcendental meditators could change the consciousness of Washington, D.C. Big stuff, right? Big stuff when we think about it. So some of the questions I want to ask today. Did I offer peace today? Did I bring a smile to someone's face? Did I say words of healing? Did I let go of my anger and resentment? Did I forgive? Did I love? These are the real questions. I must trust that the little bit of love that I sow now will bear many fruits here and in this world and the life to come. This is Henry Nuon. So to close, I want the Tina and the whole band to come back up on stage because the song is a natural segue that you have at the end to the end of this talk today. So this is a little, I'm teaching a writing class right now in Granada Hills. And I find stories that I can share with the class that will prompt them to be better writers. So this is called The Hands of a Stranger, or The Hands of a Strangers, actually. In London, a man stood on the edge of a bridge, lost in a battle no one could see. He was ready to let go. But then something extraordinary happened. Complete strangers refused to let go of him. Without hesitation, a group of passers-by rushed forward. They grabbed his arms, his shirt, whatever they could hold on to. For nearly an hour, they gripped him tightly, speaking softly, offering hope, refusing to let the darkness win. Look at their hands, the strength, the care, the fierce determination of people who owed him nothing but gave him everything they had. Strangers, bound not by blood or friendship, but by shared humanity. In the end, help arrived. He was pulled back to safety because when he needed it most, the world showed up with open arms. This is the face of humanity. This is what hope looks like. These are the helpers that Fred Rogers' mother told him to look for, those who have cultivated inner roots. Are my inner roots cultivated enough to be one of the helpers in today's world? Sleep comes easy when the answer is a resounding yes to the following. Today I offered peace. Today I brought a smile to someone's face. Today I offered compassion and understanding. Today I first and foremost forgave myself for any negative emotions. Today I loved unconditionally. Today I cultivated my inner roots, knowing with God all things are possible. Let's just take it.
Thank you, Maureen. My goodness, thank you. Love you. a million years. Now's the time to release all the chains that bind me. I need amazing grace from a friendly face to help me see some love in the human race. Maybe I can turn on the light that wants to shine within me. So I'm gonna say yes,
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 yes to love. I'm gonna say yes,
yes,
oh yes,
yes.
oh yes to love. Well, there's a saying, love conquers all, so I surrender before I fall. No need to fight, I answer the call of destiny. Well, all the pain and all of the tears, all the shame and all of the fears, suddenly they just disappear the moment I say yes. So I'm gonna say yes,
Yes,
oh yes, yes, oh yes to love. Oh, I'm gonna say yes.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
oh, yes to love. Well, you can't give to someone else until you start to love yourself. I'm gonna say yes.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Oh, yes to love. Whoa. I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
Yes to love. You can't give anything to anybody. You can be what you wanna do when you say yes to love.
Yes to love.
You can be what you wanna.
Yes.
You can do what you wanna when you say yes to love.
Yes to love.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna say yes.
Yes,
Everybody say yes.
yes,
I'm gonna say yes.
yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes,
Yeah, yeah, yes.
yes.
Come on and say yes.
Yes.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Gonna say yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes to love.
Yes.
Gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. Yes.
Yes. Whew. Boy. Thank you so much for that. Another round of applause for Tina. Elizabeth hanging. She's hanging with her and Will and my man Will. Thank you for that. Spiritual mind treatment. Knowing that God is all there is. And our unification is I am one with God. And you know, it's been said that once you nail down these first two, your prayer can be complete. So just know right now with me as we go within, God is the very breath we take. God is that yes. God is the person that we come in contact with, because the God in me salutes the God in you. And each and everything that we can think about God is in each and every one of us. There's no separation between me and God. There's no separation between you and God. Knowing that God is that spiritual thread that runs in between all of us, which uniquely connects us. So when you say God is love, peace, faith, abundance, you're saying that about yourself. And as we move into this harvesting season, knowing that every thought that we plant is that seed, and it has to give back whatever we plant. So now just make up in your mind right now that we're planting peace, we're planting love, we're planting faith, we're planting tranquility. It's already there, and it has to come back. And all we have to do is bask in it. It's just simply recognizing it, having that period, that space of awareness, as Reverend Maureen spoke about, just being aware of it. And the moment we become aware of that, it just brightens up everything. As God says yes, we can say yes, right along with the Spirit. Thank you. So thanks be to God, knowing that thankfulness is the highest form of praise. Acknowledging it, carrying that with us, just being thankful for the peace, the safety, the direction. Even in our giving, the things that we give, our time, our money, our talents, that all comes back. Overwhelming avalanches and bunches. Give thanks to God. So I release this word into the mind of God, the arms of God, the hands of God, knowing that we've planted something good. Knowing that this good has to come back. Yes. And we receive it. And then we give it out again and circulate, and it comes back. It's never-ending good. I release it, I let it go. And all together we can say, and so it is. Amen and amen. Well, here's an opportunity for us to give, to circulate our conscious giving as our youngsters come with the collection plates. You can give online, ahiah.com/donate, or you can mail a check in, which is what I do, because some of us still write checks. You can stop laughing at me. I'm old school. 150 North El Molino Avenue, Pasadena, California. And if you choose to text to give, it's 616. It's not a typo. It is actually 616-229-2225 to give. Thank you. We can say our affirmation together. This gift I give God in action. I send it forth with joy, confidence, and ease. I am blessed by the law of giving and receiving as I now share my gift with life. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And so it is. Amen and amen. Wow, this has been an amazing service. Thank you, Dr. Maureen. Another round of applause for Dr. Maureen. You know, this is amazing, and she is beyond amazing. So, we had Dr. Maureen at our retreat about 2 or 3 years ago, and I just fell in love with her. And afterwards, I said, I want us to exchange numbers. I want to keep in contact with you. And she said, okay. And she became my mentor. We started reading a book together, Mastering Life's Energy. And I told her what I was doing as a practitioner and how I wanted to expand. And she just offered right away. She says, I'll read it with you. I'm like, wow, you'll do that for me? Little old me? Well, I'm not so little, but you do that for me? Y'all jumped on that way too fast. Y'all jumped on that way too fast. But it was so refreshing that she offered to do that. And she has this warm and inviting spirit about herself, whereas it allowed me to drop my guards and be open and vulnerable. And you know how you share something with someone and you kind of wait for a little bit of, I never got that. And it was just so refreshing that, and confident, reassuring that I could trust and share something with someone and not get thumped or spanked about it or be judged. And she has that space. So if any of you are in need of a good practitioner, we have several around here, and we'll stand up to introduce our practitioners. And I've had some women come to me, and I said, I think I'm going to refer you to someone. I don't know if they called you or not, but I have referred several female clients to Reverend Dr. Maureen, and that's how wonderful she is. So when you get a chance after service in the fellowship hall, please stop by, give her a hug, ask her for her information so you can support her new book that's coming out shortly. Yes. And she's just a beautiful spirit. Another round of applause for Dr. Maureen. So we already had Tina Meeks and the Meekettes. I couldn't pass that up. Then the children are not coming. I just got word that they're not coming because she, Miss Lisa, the youth director, is working on special projects. There we go. So they won't be out today. And let's just go right into our announcements. Sunday mornings, did you? Okay. Sunday mornings, coffee and earnest with typically with Reverend Nicole, but she's away this weekend. She's in prison, but she will return. That's the beauty about it. The drum circle was supposed to be today at 1 o'clock. And there's also something else. I'll get to that in just a moment. We have game night, October 5th. Is that today? That's today. Ahiah Healing Circle, Sound Bath, October 10th. And
that is a wonderful experience with Alan Wellman, one of our practitioners. So if you really want to experience something that makes your whole body from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet feel good, come and experience with him. It's wonderful.
The J-Fed Players present a a musical comedy that is yesterday and today at 3 p.m. Join us for our visioning October 12th. Do you have a vision? Do you have a desire to tap into your inner vision? And that will be on October 12th from 1:30 to 2:30 with Yvonne Hyde, our practitioner Yvonne Hyde. And opportunities, Ahiah's Fall Opportunity Drawing. Do we have tickets available today or no?
Yes, they have some here.
Okay, so
and you can also do it online.
Okay,
$10 per ticket.
And what's the grand prize?
$500. Second prize is $250, and third prize is $100.
You know, I would play, and I remember I finally won something, and I got lucky. I would win something, and 100 here, 100 there, and remember, I don't know, I just had this kind of luck. Remember, well, I was working. Twice a year, you would get paid 3 times in 1 month. Remember that? Twice a year? It seemed like every time I won something, or when that 3 paycheck month came around, my car broke down. I'd have to. I just wanted to enjoy a little bit of winning and a little bit of that check in between, but my car broke down every time, man. I had that kind of luck. So this October 26th is Fall Family Fun Festival. Can you say that fast? That's the 25th. That's the 26th, October, from 1 p.m. to 3:30, right here in the Fellowship Hall.
And that's when they'll be giving the winners their money.
November 1st, Reverend Nicole's ordination. She also graduated from her religious studies. Now she's Reverend Dr. Nicole Robbins. Yeah, and she'll be ordained that day from 2 to 5. Please RSVP. And I'm sorry?
That's what I need to talk about.
Okay, well, go right ahead.
So Reverend Nicole is our assistant minister here. And this is not only her ordination, it's her birthday celebration and honoring her for obtaining the doctorate from CSL. And so we're doing a book to help defray the cost of this wonderful event. And I invite all of the ministries here at Ahiah to put an ad in, and any individuals that have worked with her or work with her to put an ad in. And if you need assistance with that, see me, and I can help you with the ad. There is a barcode on the invitation that you can also use to do the ad. And once you pay for it, I think it'll come to me by way of somebody else, but I'll eventually get it to do. The book, I think the deadline for that is around the 17th of this month, and we'll be sending the book to press the last week of this month. The ordination is November the 1st at 2 o'clock, and all of you are invited, but we do ask that you RSVP because we are paying for the food. So it'll be a wonderful event. You're all invited, just RSVP so we know who's coming. And if you want to do an ad, please let us know. It'll be a great way to support her. She's trying to do this almost on her own. And I said, no, that's not okay. So thank you, and I'm here. I'm Patricia, and you'll see me running around.
November 8th, Ahiah goes to the theater. August Wilson's Joe Turner's Come and Gone. We have our book studies, Tuesday night book study at from 7 to 8:30. Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Healing Circle takes place every Wednesday from 7 to 8:30, and they're both on ahiah.com/virtual. Meet our practitioners. How many practitioners do we have here? Let me ask you to stand, please, and just let them see that wonderful face of yours. Fantastic, fantastic. So if you need prayer, they're available after service. And the ministry of prayer. The forms are behind the pews. You can fill those out. You can put them in the box back there or hand them to one of the ushers. Or you can call the church or go online and listen to that wonderful prayer that can help pull you through the week. So it's time to celebrate. And let me ask you to stand, please, as we have our, And Reverend Dr. Maureen will meet you out in the back. Patricia, can you walk with her, please? In the back. Thank you. And we're going to celebrate.
Come on, everybody. in every way.
Celebrate this day.
Can you feel the joy in this place? See the love of God on every face. Every creed and color we embrace. Yes, we do. We are all God's children, living in grace. So we come together, united here as one. We raise our voices in praise. We celebrate
this day.
every day.
Celebrate this day.
We gonna celebrate
this day.
in every way.
Celebrate this day.
Can you feel the power? Oh, in this place. See the love of God on every face. Every creed and color we embrace. Oh, we are all God's children, living in grace. Yes, we are. So we come together, united here as one. We raise our voices in praise. What do? We celebrate
this day.
every day.
Celebrate this day.
We're gonna celebrate.
Celebrate this day.
Oh, in every way.
Celebrate this
day.
As you remain standing for the benediction, all together, something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind, life is in my body, life is in all my affairs. I accept it, I am it, and I share it, just the way it appears and just the way it appears not. Thank you, life. Amen and amen. Thank you so much for being with us here today with the choir, Tina Meeks and the choir. They did an amazing job. Thank you once again for Reverend Dr. Maureen Hoyt. And thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause for being here with us today. Thank you. And we'll see you next week. Namaste.